Now on Coast TV News.
Rain and wind along the coast will update you on the latest conditions of this first alert weather morning. Chase conclusion. This is how one man was finally arrested near Dagsboro after a week-long search by police.
This is Coast TV News Midday.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Matt Pensick and welcome to Coast TV News Midday. And we do have the promise of calmer conditions later today. For now, well, here's a live look at Milford and gray skies, perhaps a snow flurry or two. I think we saw one there. Our first alert meteorologist, Alex Seymour, joins us now with a look at first alert weather. Good morning, Alex.
Good morning, Matt. Yeah, we're still dealing with those messy conditions this morning. First alert weather day continues for another hour or so before conditions really start to calm down as we head into the afternoon hours. But right now, we are seeing a band of snow pushing through the area. Bay Health Sus's campus camera in Milford. You can see the snow flying there in Milford as a heavier band of precipitation starts to move through the area. Not seeing that snow in Laurel, though, but if you look closer, we are actually seeing a few snow flurries on that camera, on our Tyndall's Casual Furniture camera in Laurel. So we are seeing that transition, not going to last very long, only about an hour. Lots of puddles out there in those farm fields there in Laurel. We have picked up a lot of rain, and with this last band of precipitation, probably another 1/10 to 2/10 of an inch of total precipitation. Even though it will fall as snow, it's going to melt pretty quickly and soak into the ground, so it's going to count more as a rainfall total. Rainfall totals that we've seen: 1.17 inches in Slaughter Beach. A lot of areas right along the coast, over an inch of rain this morning. Good news is it does start to wrap up in about an hour or so.
All right, Alex, now we're checking out some of the DelDoc cameras that are available to us. Here is the Indian River Inlet Bridge. You can see some of the ocean there on the right side of your screen, rainy gray. That's been the scene for a lot of our area. This is the part of the coast between Dewey Beach and Bethany Beach. All right, let's move south. This is Fenwick Island. This is moments ago, some traffic there on Coastal Highway. Again, rain, wet roads. This is Route 1 in James Street. We checked in with airports in our region to see what the cancellation numbers are this morning in Salisbury. Looking at a number of the American airline flights, they're showing no delays there. Philadelphia is reporting 15 canceled flights. BWI shows 8. Reagan so far has 29. Moving on, it was a wild scene yesterday south of Millsboro. A 25-year-old Del Mar man by the name of Mark Brown was caught by police in the Dagsboro-Millsboro area, and we have some of that incredible footage to show you the moment as it happened. So this is the video that we're talking about on your screen in the distance there. You can see the police tackling a man to the ground. We're going to show it to you again, this time in slow motion. Look at this truck here actually hitting the man that we believe to be Mark Brown, knocking him to the ground. And after that, as he gets up, a number of officers converge on Brown, and they bring him down. Now, according to Bethany Beach Police, this all started last Tuesday, February 6th, in South Bethany, when the driver of a 2013 Dodge Avenger took off after a traffic stop. Police stopped chasing that car, deeming it unsafe, but they did issue a BOLA. That's what is be on the lookout for that car. Then later that day, that same car again escaped police. Last Wednesday, February 7th, the same vehicle got away from South Bethany Police Department after racking up a number of traffic violations. Then police got a break. They learned that the car had been sold to an unknown person just a week prior, and authorities were able to use ring cam door footage to circulate what the driver looked like. Happening today, short-term options will be reviewed about the flooding that occurs in Fenwick Island when dealing with weather like we have today. The Infrastructure Committee will also go over the town's website, specifically the resiliency and flood information page content for locals. Earlier this morning, U.S. Senate passed a supplemental aid bill. The Senate voted 70 to 29. It's roughly $95 billion in spending of taxpayer money for the stalled war in Ukraine and also for money for Israel and Taiwan. House Speaker Republican Mike Johnson has criticized the bill, citing its lack of border provisions. Might be just another Tuesday for most of the country, but as NBC's Sam Brock shows us in New Orleans, Fat Tuesday signals the start of Mardi Gras and the biggest party of the year.
It is officially Fat Tuesday, Mardi Gras in New Orleans. Do I need to say any more? That evokes so many images, not just for people living in the greater New Orleans area and the state of Louisiana, but all over the country and all over the world. I'm standing right now in this warehouse in front of the Rex floats Rex, of course, being king of Carnival. This is the oldest parading organization that is connected with Mardi Gras. One of the incredible things about it is that there are 6 iconic floats, but then 20 of them are replaced every single year. This one right here is the Festive, speaking to a particular mythology or narrative. That is, in fact, a cockroach on the very top. Look at the level of detail involved as well, just down to the golden fringes of the flowers. That's just one float. We talk about the cuisine Creole. How do you not like this one, celebrating New Orleans food history from crabs to flounder? All the way on the other side is my favorite, personally, the gumbo. And the amount of effort and time that goes into each one of these floats is about an entire month's of work, all done 20 times over for all of these floats. The event itself, the parade, of course, starts at 10:30 local, goes for about 4 hours. It's a 5-mile route right through the heart of New Orleans' cultural touchstone, St. Charles Avenue. We're talking about majestic mansions, oak trees, and all of those families lining the streets where the oldest streetcar in the country goes right through. The perfect convergence of all these incredible elements of New Orleans, all on display for this epic celebration. In New Orleans, Sam Brock, NBC News.
Coming up, farmers market pooch policy. We have the changes approved in Lewis that could restrict when you can bring your dog. Coast TV News Midday returns after this.
Treat your Valentine to a new tub or shower from Coastal Bath, the #1 Bath Planet dealer in the Northeast region. Backed by the Good Housekeeping Seal, 2-year money-back guarantee. Take advantage of Coastal Bath's sweet savings. Right now, receive a free shower door, plus no interest, no payments until 2025.
How do I like the new bath? I love it. My wife loves it. I highly recommend Coastal Bath. They do an awesome job.
Local and family owned. Call Coastal Bath today.
Open 6 days a week with convenient hours. Call and schedule your appointment today.
20 years ago, Farmers Bank of Willers opened branches to serve Ocean City and West OC. Now, we're making it official with permanent locations to better serve our customers in Worcester County. While other banks are closing branches, we're banking on Ocean City's future. Sure, we have a world-class app, but sometimes there's no substitute for helpful, friendly people. Announcing our grand opening on 87th Street, North Ocean City, and coming in 2024, West OC on Route 611. Switch to the Farmers Bank of Willers, where people matter.
Take the DSN app with you wherever you go and never miss a game from your favorite local team. Whether you're on the road, stuck at the office, or out with friends and family, the DSN app notifies you when your team is on live, so you can watch the game as it happens or watch videos on demand. Keep up with local sports all from one app. From your mobile device to Fire Stick, Roku, and Apple TV, download the DSN app today. Driven by Preston Automotive Group.
Somewhere on this island is $200 million. But here's the deal. You have to find it. Now go get those cases. Go, 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 go.
Let the adventure begin.
Oh, wait a second.
Who amongst you
You're a snake.
is determined
King of the jungle, baby!
to be the last competitor standing? Deal or no deal?
Deal or No Deal Island premieres February 26th on NBC and Peacock.
Update out of Lewis, a change on the dog policy at the historic farmers market. City Council voted unanimously to accept the market's request to change its permit. Organization may now allow dogs on leashes no longer than 6 feet. It also has the authority to put up signs indicating when dogs are not allowed in the vendor area of George H.P. Smith Park. Certified dogs are still allowed.
I had no idea the issue that we had at the dogs. I thought it was just a matter of we just didn't want to deal with it. But when I read all the stories, everything from the children and urinating on the food stuff.
To clarify, the farmers market not banning dogs. It has the authority to prohibit them from entering the part of George H.P. Smith Park that its vendors are set up and when they say it becomes a health or safety concern. This does bring us to our Coast TV poll, and we want to know, should dogs be banned at the Lewis Farmers Market? And here are the votes that we have updated. 73% say yes, 25% say no, 2% are saying case by case. Alex?
Well, the messy weather this morning will begin winding down over the next couple of hours, and then cold air starts to rush in. I'll let you know how low those wind chills could go over the next 24 hours coming up just after the break.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Gamey Elliott in Salisbury today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When you smoke inside, you're not the only one who inhales. Secondhand smoke causes cancer and heart disease in adults, and respiratory problems in children, and SIDS in infants. If you smoke or vape, take it outside.
We'll go dancing, dancing, dancing with your shadows, dancing with your shadows.
I know I used to be crazy. That's 'cause I used to be young. Dance, dance the night away.
1025 WBOC.
Go straight back to blackout. Devil you know, devil you know. Ice cold, mechanical, artificial.
93.5 The Beach.
The game you know and love, Deal or No Deal, is back. But this time, it's Deal or No Deal Island. Hidden throughout this island are cases worth millions of dollars. They don't bite that hard.
Let's go!
You can trust me. Keep your friends close.
Enemies closer.
People are gonna throw their friends under the bus.
Deal or No Deal?
Deal or No Deal Island, February 26th on NBC and Peacock.
Well, we're still dealing with some very stormy conditions out the door this morning as I take a live look out on our gutter helmet camera at the Ocean View VFW. Take a look at that. The Indian River Bay, Rehoboth Bay, is looking pretty rough. We've got white caps out there on the bay. Water levels, they are rising. We've got minor to moderate coastal flooding occurring at this hour, so there's likely some water across some roadways in and around Bethany Beach, in and around Lewis, in and around Oak Orchard, anywhere along those back bays and even along the Delaware Bay. Going to be dealing with that coastal flooding over the next couple of hours. Rain still coming down also there in Ocean View. Temps sitting right around 37 degrees. A bit of a different view though in Milford on our Bay Health Sussex campus camera where the snow is flying. We've got snowflakes flying. This is going to continue over the next about 30 minutes before it starts to taper off, but really just a sign of just the cold air that is starting to rush into the area. Temps down to about 36 degrees now, so it is a first alert day. That continues for the next hour or so before conditions really start to improve. It's going to be cold this afternoon. It's going to be breezy this afternoon, but the precipitation is going to be out of here. So rain and snow begins to taper off. Some sun going to move back into the area by late in the day. Windy all day, though. Wind gusts upwards of 40 miles per hour. And then take a look at that. We've got that coastal flooding, moderate coastal flooding ongoing at the Lewis tide gauge now, and also a lot of the back bays dealing with that minor coastal flooding, and also in Ocean City on the Asselin Bay, we're currently dealing with that minor coastal flooding. So keep that in mind. Coastal flood warning in effect for Sussex County. That goes until Wednesday morning because it's not just the midday high tide cycle. Overnight tonight, we're also going to continue to deal with some minor coastal flooding. We've been dealing with that coastal flooding for really the past week. We've got the new moon on top of the high pressure before this storm and now this storm that resulted in that onshore wind. Here we go, live radar. The last band of precipitation, pretty intense, moving through the area. This is going to fall as snow as it continues to move off to the east. So, Lewis, you're in line for some snow. Rehoboth Beach, you're in line for some snow. Harbison, all of this going to continue to move off to the south and east. And within the next hour and a half, it's going to completely move off the coastline as this area of low pressure starts to pull away from the region. Winds, they're quite gusty out there this morning, gusting to 33 miles per hour in Ocean City. We're gusting at 18 in Rehoboth Beach, 29 in Milford, 24 miles per hour in Millsboro. We've seen gusts as high as 40 miles per hour throughout the morning hours, but we're probably past the point of seeing the worst wind gusts. But still, it's going to remain gusty through the afternoon hours as these temperatures, well, right now in the mid-30s. They are going to start to rise again this afternoon, but with the wind, it's going to feel pretty chilly out there. Mid-40s, sunshine, breezy conditions this afternoon. Tomorrow morning, down into the low 30s with these gusty winds continuing through tomorrow afternoon. Take a look at this, and really into tomorrow morning. Wind chill is going to be falling down into the low 20s, so you need to wear those layers as you head out the door Wednesday morning. Our Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling 7-day forecast, improving conditions throughout the day, but it stays chilly. Valentine's Day 42, lots of sunshine. We stay in the 40s for those highs through the weekend.
Thanks. And for more weather updates, make sure to pull out your phones and scan the QR code for our First Alert Weather app, and you can download the app for free to get all the weather updates you need. Coming up, Wawa in Worcester County. The next step to bring the convenience store to Berlin. Coast TV News Midday is back in a moment.
Hey Delmarva, here's what's happening today at 4 o'clock on Coast Life. Need a gift that you know your person is going to love for Valentine's Day? We got you covered with all kinds of unique gifts.
And it's another great debate. We're talking about some of your work habits. It might be annoying to your coworkers.
And with Valentine's Day right around the corner, we are talking a love story with some of our favorite friends.
All of that and more happening today at 4 on Coast Life.
Draper Media is searching for a full-time entry-level accountant. Successful candidates should have at least an associate's degree or equivalent experience. Candidates with experience in Sage Intacct will be given preference. It's an extremely detail-oriented job involving problem solving. Join the Draper Media team today as our next accountant with full benefits. Go to drapermediajobs.com to learn more and apply. Draper Media is an equal opportunity employer.
Why'd you have to strike that match? It set my world on fire.
I'm giving up on love, 'cause love's giving up on me.
Gonna sound like a winner when I lay you down and love you right. Yeah, that's my kind of night. Won't stay right here all night. If the good roads feel like creek, we'll rise.
1039 and 1063. We're local, we're coast country, and we're Delmarva proud.
On the next Tamron Hall. Our week of love continues with Lonnie Love. We've followed Lonnie's love journey on social media for a while now. Well, get ready, Tam fam. Lonnie's boyfriend James joins the show for the first time. And actress Lashana Lynch, she stars as Rita Marley, the legendary force behind the great Bob Marley. She talks about playing this role of a lifetime. It's our week of love on Tamron Hall.
Tuesday at 3 on Coast TV.
Deal or no deal? Welcome to Deal or No Deal Island. It's a whole new game with a lot more money. Now go get those cases. More adventure. Anyone afraid of heights?
Wait, what?
More risk. Don't worry, they don't bite. That hard. Same question. Deal or no deal?
Deal or No Deal Island, February 26th on NBC and Peacock.
Super Bowl Afterglow, sealed with a kiss. Next, Inside Edition, what's next for the romance of the year? Taylor and Travis, is this forever? Then, put a ring on it, if you dare.
I was getting worried that I would no longer have a finger.
How rings can get stuck on your fingers. And what can happen if you can't get it off. Watch the next Inside Edition.
Today at 5:30 on Coast TV.
Early data is in from the IRS, and refunds this year are a lot lower than last year. As of February 2nd, the average refund is $1,395. It's down 29% compared to 2023. Despite this initial drop, the IRS says the stats show strong start to this filing season. Berlin could get a new Wawa. The town's planning commission is set to review a site plan revision of the new store on Main Street. Commissioners will meet this Wednesday at 5:30 p.m. at the town hall. Cocoa prices surging so high, even the biggest chocolate makers are struggling to stay profitable, and that doesn't bode well for your wallet this Valentine's Day. Climate issues in West Africa are damaging crop yields, constraining cocoa supply, and causing prices to soar. Hershey said Thursday it would cut 5% of its workforce after historic cocoa prices and inflation-wary consumers dampened fourth quarter earnings. We are excited to announce that CoastTV has a brand new Facebook page for the latest in news, exclusive content, and interactive discussions. Make sure to visit our new page. Just head on over to facebook.com/CoastTVNBC, or you can scan the QR code there on your screen. That way you can stay connected with us. Still ahead, falling furniture fears. The awareness needed when it comes to injuries around the house. Stay with us on Coast TV News Midday.
NBC Nightly News, weeknights at 6:30 on Coast TV.
When you visit the Delmarva Design Center, you'll experience a selection of appliances, cabinetry, countertops, tile, and flooring all together in one showroom. The 10,000 square foot location has a variety of inspiring samples for any project size or budget. Your dedicated product experts and designers collaborate to bring your dream project to life. Come and see what the kitchen industry buzz is all about. Experience the Delmarva Design Center in Selbyville, Delaware, serving all of Delmarva's coast.
With all the choices of services on Delmarva, where do you even begin? Trust experts of various fields with Delmarva Experts. Sponsored by Kitchen Concepts Plus, Chesapeake Eye Center, Apple Discount Drugs, FLC Energy, Spicer Brothers Construction, Mattress Peddlers, Homewell Care Services, Robinson's Jewelry and Coin Shop, Delmarva Acupuncture and Wellness Center, Mast Audiology Services, Riptide Restoration, Active Pest Solutions, Delmarva Dave, and Buchanan Subaru. Visit DelmarvaExperts.com for various local professionals offering the best of Delmarva. Delmarva Experts, local experts right when you need them.
Honesty, integrity, bravery. Here is what we can face together.
Incoming.
Let's go.
I've had this policy of not mixing my work and romantic life until now.
I have no doubts you will make a great leader.
It's like you said, Chief. Change is inevitable. I'm no good without the job. You know that.
You've got the team. I've got you.
Chicago Wednesday, new on NBC and Peacock.
It's now or never.
2 dead bodies in the name of free speech.
Nobody needs to die today.
This girl was targeted.
You come and see it by my daughter!
When you're undercover, one mistake and it's all over.
Can I go home now? That's not how this works.
Law & Order Thursday on NBC and Peacock.
Delmarva's Classic Rock, Big 107.7.
It's not a new danger, but despite efforts to raise awareness about the risks of TVs and furniture tipping over, thousands of children are still sent to the emergency room each year. Mandy Gaither shows us how to help keep your loved ones safe.
Pick out all your jammies. It can happen in an instant. Curious children climbing on furniture with dangerous consequences.
When you have something that does heavy falling on a child, it can result in death.
In a new report, the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission says nearly 18,000 people are hurt in tip-over incidents every year.
Children are impacted more than anybody else. So over the last 10 years, there have been over 200 deaths associated with tip-overs.
Of those deaths, the report says nearly half involved a television, and more than half of those involved children between 1 and 3 years old. But others are at risk too. The research shows more adults ages 60 and above are also being sent to the emergency room after furniture tipped over. All clothing storage furniture manufactured after September 1st, 2023 has to meet updated safety measures laid out by the CPSC. But no matter when your furniture was made, the agency says it should be anchored to the wall.
You go to the hardware store, and for less than $20, you can go back and anchor it into the wall in about 20 minutes.
The website anchorit.gov has step-by-step instructions and videos on how to secure furniture to help prevent a tragedy. For Health Minute, I'm Andy Gaither.
Well, much colder weather will be moving in here along the coast over the next 24 hours. I'll have a final check on your first look weather forecast coming up just after the break.
Your tax return over there. Your tax return at Alton Brothers Home Furnishings in Salisbury. Get more for your tax money with Red Tag Savings, 40 to 75% off. Alton Brothers, furnishing Delmarva for over 75 years.
Delivered to your home with care.
No strangers here, just friends you've not met yet. With an outside patio and inside charm, Irish Eyes Pub and Restaurant Milton is a local's favorite on the banks of the Broadkill River. Irish Eyes Pub and Restaurant Lewis, gorgeous views, free parking, and the best happy hour at the beach, with room for everyone. And for a truly special event, go no further than the Lewis Room at Irish Eyes. The panoramic views, in-house chef, and professional team will make it easy to plan your next event. Find out more at irisheyespub.com.
While becoming the leading deck builder on the shore, we continue to make the process easier.
Paul Davis walks you through the entire process, from design to permitting and building.
Call Paul Davis and get it done this winter, while annual material costs are lower and without the wait. Our AZAC decks are scratch, fade, insect resistant, and look like wood with a lifetime warranty.
Right now, Paul Davis is offering free installation with no money down, no payments, no interest for 12 months. Call today for a free estimate.
Or visit our new showroom in Salisbury.
Take your seat for the 8th Annual Ocean City Film Festival, March 7th through 10th. Enjoy 100 independent films and meet the people who made them. We're welcoming the legendary John Waters, live on stage with his Hairspray movie at the Ocean City Performing Arts Center on March 9th. Tickets start at just $59. Come on down and stay in an oceanfront hotel room starting at only $89 per night. Discover how to fest and get your passes at ocndfilmfestival.com.
Straight back to blackout.
.93.5 The Beach.
The game you know and love, Deal or No Deal, is back. But this time, it's Deal or No Deal Island. Hidden throughout this island are cases worth millions of dollars. They don't bite that hard.
Let's go!
You can trust me. Keep your friends close.
Enemies closer.
People are gonna throw their friends under the bus.
Deal or No Deal?
Deal or No Deal Island, February 26th on NBC and Peacock.
Your tax return over there. Your tax return at Alton Brothers Home Furnishings in Salisbury. Get more for your tax money with Red Tag Savings, 40 to 75% off. Alton Brothers, furnishing Delmarva for over 75 years.
Delivered to your home with care.
Take a look at this. The Indianapolis Zoo welcoming a newborn white rhinoceros calf. It's the mother's 7th calf and the first rhinoceros live birth for the zoo. The birth brings the zoo's herd of rhinoceroses to a total of 5. Let's hope the zoo's breeding program will bring attention to protect the animals in the wild.
Well, we've got some ongoing coastal flooding across Delmarva this morning. Irish Eyes camera at the along the Lewis Canal. We can see the water now flowing into Canal Front Park there in Lewis. Moderate coastal flood levels being seen there in Lewis. We even have some snowflakes flying there also. Ocean City Commander Hotel camera, the Gateway Super camera at the Commander Hotel. If it wants to pop up for me, unfortunately, it's going to go all black, but it was showing some pretty rough conditions throughout the morning hours there. Oh, there we go. There's those rough conditions on the Atlantic. We've been seeing minor to moderate coastal flood levels even down into Ocean City this morning, so expect those rough conditions to continue for the next couple of hours. But the good news is the precipitation, that is going to be coming to an end over the next couple of hours. By about 1 p.m., the rain's going to be gone, the snow's going to be gone, and then the rest of the week looking pretty quiet. with just some pretty chilly temps.
Thanks, Alex, and thank you for being here with us on Coast TV News Midday. And for more news and local weather, don't forget to download our Coast TV News app and be back here with us for Coast TV News later at 5 this afternoon. Until then, have a great Tuesday, everybody.